My name is Chuck Kaufman. I am the internship coordinator in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication here at Texas State University. And we're going to talk about a cover letter and a resume as you go about looking for and preparing for applying for internships. Let's first go through the cover letter. And really the cover letter is very simple. A lot of people come in here and they talk about creating a narrative of their resume, and so that's really very repetitious. And so by the time people go through the cover letter with that kind of narrative, they have heard or they've seen everything they need to see with a resume without going to the resume. So let's not do that. Let's give the cover letter its own identity. Now the goal of the cover letter is really just to tell people who you are and what you want, and then our goal for that as well is to get them to the resume. So you want to come across as interesting as possible, but you want to just keep it simple. You don't want to be flowery. You don't want to write a bunch of gobbledygook that sounds nice but really says nothing. So basically in the first sentence you're going to tell them who you are and what you want. So you'll say, I'm a senior public relations student and I would love to internship this spring with you, or I would like to get digital media experience with your company, and you name the company this summer, for example. And so that's the first sentence. Again, you're telling them who you are and what you want. The middle paragraph is basically going to contain information that connects you with them. So it answers the question, why am I uniquely interested in your firm? So that they don't think that this is just a blanket letter that you're sending to 20 companies, that it's a template letter. You don't want it to sound like a template, because they read hundreds if not thousands of letters and they will instantly recognize it as a template. So you want these letters to stand alone. That middle paragraph basically is going to answer the question, why am I uniquely interested in working for you? Or why am I uniquely qualified to work for your company? So in order to determine that, you're going to have to visit the websites of each individual place and determine why it is that I like this firm, or why is it that I like this newspaper, or why is it that I like this particular television station or ad agency or digital media company or whatever it is. So you have to do your homework. Perhaps, now I tell students that when they're looking for a position, they may look for a particular firm, but they may be looking for a particular sector of the economy. So if you are particularly interested in healthcare or urban development or music or film or retail or whatever it is, if you can find that outlet that specializes in that, then chances are you're going to be very interested to work there. So think about those things as you're trying to come up with a unique, specific message. And finally, the last paragraph, the last sentence really of the cover letter is basically going to say, attached, please find my resume. I look forward to visiting with you in the near future. So you're having a nice, positive, upbeat message, forward thinking. You're not going to say, if you're interested in contacting me, my phone number is below. If they're interested in calling you, you don't need to tell them that. But just say you look forward to visiting with them in the very near future. It's very proactive, very positive, and it gets them to thinking, well, gee, let's look at this person's resume. So let's look at a sample resume. This is a sample resume that I send to students. And you'll notice that at the very top of the resume are skills that you may or may not have. Now this will change over time because you take skills courses, and with each course you'll gain new skills. So list the skills, the people who will be reading your resume, they know what these things are. So you don't have to write vague, descriptive kinds of skills. We don't need to know how many words you type per minute. We don't need to know that you're a multitasker. Everybody is. But they just want to know what you can do. This is a real key section, and that's why it's at the very top. The next section is going to be education. It's very straightforward. You'll notice that it states Texas State University, San Marcos, when you're going to graduate, School of Journalism and Mass Communication, your major, your minor, and then other academic credentials. Maybe you made Dean's List, maybe you did some study abroad. All the educational aspects that you have will be here. You really do not need to list high school, and if you list a university where you transferred from, consider whether you just attended that university for core courses. If you did, I would just leave it off. If you took core courses, or for maybe economic reasons, it was wiser for you to take most of the courses for a year or two there, fine, and then you transferred to here. If most of your college experience is at Texas State, stay with Texas State. You're getting your degree from here, and that's where you want the focus to be. As far as experience is concerned, I would encourage students just to put experience versus related experience or unrelated experience or relevant experience. I mean, there's no such thing as irrelevant experience, so just put experience. And then some of these jobs will be college jobs, traditionally college jobs, or they may be work for student media, particularly if you can quantify the experience. Now, quantifying experience is really important. So let's say you were a sales associate for a retail outlet, or you worked at a restaurant or something like that. You don't need to tell people exactly what you did for that company, because we've all been to restaurants and we've all been to retail outlets. We know how it works. But if you can point to an achievement, for example, maybe you exceeded or met or exceeded your sales goals by 15%, put something like that. Or if you managed 6 people, put something like that. That's a measurable aspect of what you did on the job. Activities, simply enough, are student organizations or off-campus organizations that you're involved in. Again, the entire resume is going to be based on your college experience. We don't need any high school experience on the resume. Your resume for high school got you here, and people want to know what you've done more immediately. So this entire resume is just your college experience. The references, just 2 or 3 references here. Name of the person, their title, their place of employ, phone number, and email. And that's it.